Okay, today we're going to make Navajo bread. For the Navajo bread, our ingredients is going to be all-purpose flour, salt, baking powder, and warm water. So let's get on it. Okay, first of all, we got our dry ingredients going here. We have 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Now we're going to add 1 teaspoon of the baking powder here to it, and 1 tablespoon of the salt. Okay, then with that tablespoon, we're going to go ahead and mix the dry ingredients all around together a little bit there. Going to get it all mixed in. Really nice and tidy there. Okay, and then we're going to come back and add our wet ingredients. Okay, see you in a minute. Okay, we got our dry ingredients all mixed up. Now we're going to start adding our wet ingredients. First thing we're going to add, of course, is 1 tablespoon of shortening. Okay, we're just going to scoop that out of that spoon there and put it in the dry ingredients. Okay, doesn't matter if you get it all, just try to get the most of what you can out of there, of course, you know. Okay, that's good. Then you're going to go and take that and just take a fork and just mush it in the flour until you end up with some pea-sized pieces, okay? As soon as we get that, then we'll be back and we'll add the next wet ingredient. Okay, we just finished adding the shortening. See how we got it in like the little pea-sized pieces in there? It looks just like crumbles, you know, instead of just really smooth flour. Now we're going to add our other wet ingredient, which is 1 cup of warm water. We're just going to go ahead and take that and dump it in there. Okay, and then you're going to go ahead and take that same fork that you used to cut the shortening into the flour and just mix that in really good. Okay. We could sit here and keep recording it until it's all mixed in thoroughly, but we don't want to make you sit here and watch this really long video, so we'll come back as soon as that's mixed in good. Okay, so we got it mixed pretty well with just the fork. Now we're going to go ahead and take the fork out, and we're going to get hands in there now. We're going to go ahead and get our hands in there and get that mixed in there really, really good. Once this is all mixed up really good, it's only going to take a couple minutes, you know. So once it's all mixed up really good, though, we'll come back and show you the next step. Okay, and as you're mixing it, you might come across where it feels really sticky like this. See how it just is sticky? You just take your flour. It's not a certain amount you're going to add to it. Just give it a good coating like this. Okay, and then after you get that mixed in there pretty good, if it's still sticky, you just take some more flour. Just add a little bit more at a time, you know. You don't want it too firm, so don't put too much flour in it. And then again, if you don't put enough flour in it, though, it's still going to be sticky. So just kind of play it by, Okay, now that we're done mixing the dough here, we're going to go ahead and take that dough out. Okay, just form it into a big ball, and we're going to put it in a bowl here. Okay. Okay. See, very nice, into a nice ball. Then we're going to take a towel. We're going to wet the towel a little bit, make it a little damp, you know, just to make sure that dough does not dry out on us. And we're just going to set that to the side now, and we're going to leave it set for approximately 15 minutes, okay? And we'll be back and see you in 15. Okay, now we're going to go to the next step for making the Navajo bread. We're just going to basically take little pieces out, about yay big, okay? Just rolling a little ball here, okay? We're going to put in the flour like this. Flip it over, put a little flour on that side. And you never want to use a rolling pin for this part because you don't want the bread to be all flat and everything like that. And I know you don't really think that the Navajo Indians used rolling pins back then. So anyways, you're just going to take this, spread it out like yay. Okay, basically it's basically going to be a thick tortilla. Okay. Okay, basically about like this thick. See that? Okay, and before you cook it, of course, before you throw it in the oil, the hot oil, you're going to want to rip a little hole in it like that. And the reason why you do that is because you want all the oil to escape. You don't want to have no bubbles in there when it cooks. So we're just going to make a few of these, and then we'll come back and we'll throw them in the oil and fry them up. Okay, now that we're done forming all of our dough into little flats, okay, we're going to go ahead and take them and put them in the oil. Now, when you put it in the oil, you put it from you towards the back. That way, in case this splashes, it's going to splash up against the wall instead of splashing on you. Now, you're going to want to let this cook on each side for approximately 15 seconds. Might take, give or take a little. We'll see. But we'll go ahead and let this cook for 15 seconds. As long as you have the oil hot enough, you have the temperature hot enough, it should fairly cook around the 15-second point. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and flip it now. It's been 15 seconds. You see that color? That is a perfect golden color. That's exactly what you're looking for this Navajo bread. So we're going to go ahead and let this side cook now for the 15 seconds. and then we're going to go ahead and pull it on out of the oil. And you can put it on top of your paper plate over there with a paper towel on it. Now the reason why you want to do a paper plate and a paper towel is because you want to make sure that when that oil does go through the paper towel, it's not going to go through the paper plate too, and not just soak up on your bread. So that's it. That's how you make your Navajo bread. You could top it with whatever you want to top it with. And I think I'm going to do another video on something you could top it with, okay? So see you next time.